Clavicular says to Sneako to leave Islam and start doing drugs. But Sneako refuses and says that he will never do that, and when the call ends, he says that this is a good example of bad temptations bringing you back in while he is focused. Here, take a look.
We just wanted to say what's up because I heard you were on Monkey Gesture Maxing, so I was like, all right, let me just hop in this guy's segment real quick. It's either this or I gamble.
I'm taking notes on a lecture right now. I'm learning about American and British Empire.
You're talking about the British Empire.
Yeah.
You need to start doing again and denounce Islam.
And I'm not gonna do that, bro. Never gonna happen.
Wait, so the harem is only 4, right, Sneako?
Well, you have to get married to them. It's not just a harem, but
What is it 4? It is 4 though, right?
Well, I think it's like 99% of Muslims have one wife.
No, but is that like the number 4 for harem?
Well, that's the maximum amount you can have, yeah.
The maximum? Good. I'll throw this off the balcony so quick. All right, I'll make you harem.
All right, you guys have fun tonight, okay? Do you think that call was like a good example of bad temptations trying to bring me in? Oh, stop learning. Don't do this. Don't stop trying to learn more. So, hey, come back.
Can't help but notice Clavicular was very comfortable shitting on Islam, whereas days ago, he called a blonde girl out as an anti-Semite for saying absolute as degenerate slave. Sneako, most improved player of 2026, you're both gay. Both of you needs to stop pretending it's not true. Clavicular just got slapped by a random girl in a club, so he's suing her. And says that he's ready to burn his money just to win the lawsuit against that girl. Here's what he said.
It's about like setting an example that you can't just come up and slap someone and not face any consequences. So I'll even go into a loss financially to take that on.
Do you think a lot?
Although I don't like him, I support him this time. Honestly, if she doesn't have any money, it's pointless. Saying go ahead and then being hit isn't consent for assault. If anything, it would be considered provocation and might reduce the penalties. The main thing is that the guy didn't hit back, which would strengthen his position. It is still illegal. This isn't about the law. It's about accountability for women. He literally gave her permission. She asked, "Can I slap you?" And he said, "Go ahead." She hauled back, smacked the shit out of him, and laughed in his face. This alpha male's ego was bruised because he was humiliated by a woman and now wants to destroy both her and her family. ExtraEmily says that she can't find a man to have kids with. She says that it's really hard to find that kind of man in today's world.
How am I gonna find someone to have kids with? How am I gonna get married? How am I gonna have like a future like that? It's really hard to think about because I think in this day and age, it's really hard to find someone like that, you know?
It's not hard whatsoever if you don't make it overly complicated. Just go out and start meeting people. Be real. Get to know a few people. It's really the easiest thing in the world if you step away from the screen and touch grass. This is exactly the type of girls who reject everyone and hook up with bad boys only to end up in their 30s realizing they need to have a family. In streamer circles, hard to find. Yes, if you attended church for just 1 week and a social event that was happening at church that week, you would find someone who wants to marry you and has a stable life financially, keeping on having with unmarried people, P-stars, alcoholics, and drug users. Of course, you won't find anyone like that. You are who you hang out with. XQC calls on Hassan for saying that he is an expert in international relations. He mocked him by saying that he has 20 tabs of Twitter open in his browser and acts like he's an expert. Then he also brings up the Kaya shock collar situation. Here, take a look.
Literally my area of expertise when it comes to international relations, when it comes to talking about anti-imperialism. Not only do I have a degree in just this, but also on top of that, I've spent the last decade or so talking about exactly this scenario. So no, in comparison to the average commentator in the United States of America, both to my right and
you can absolutely tell that somebody's an expert when they're at work and they have 20 tabs of Twitter open. I mean, clearly they're on the job while researching it. Very important fucking information.
Liberal content creators as
well. Guys, this is like Einstein having books behind him. It's Hassan with Twitter tabs. I mean, we're watching a genius at work, dude. That's impressive as shit.
I do have the specific knowledge to communicate.
So why didn't he have any journalism piece and analysis on the shock collar?
It must be tough for Hassan being so highly qualified, yet somehow getting every prediction he makes wrong. Clearly, he was right and the world was wrong. Hassan is such an expert in international relations that he confidently claimed Russia would not invade Ukraine, only for them to do that within the very same week he said that. Guys who spend their teens and 20s doing nothing but playing video games aren't qualified to talk about anything other than video games. The problem with Hassan is that he wants to act like he's so important. He has built a platform and is making some change, but at the end of the day, you are a Twitch streamer with a bunch of all viewers. Watch this video next and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.